Have you ever thought about why some older guys naturally get women's attention in a very interesting way? What makes them appealing? We usually think that getting older makes people less beautiful, but there are older men who are still very attractive and deeply fascinate women. It's not just their looks, but also their deep mental qualities. Stoicism's classic ideas have become a strong source of inspiration for people today who want to live an independent and happy life. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, it's also a way of life, a way of looking at the world and dealing with problems with strength. By applying these ideas to their daily lives, older men have created an undeniable attraction that captures women's hearts. We should look into how the basic ideas of Stoicism have shaped, changed, and made this one-of-a-kind allure. There are strong mental traits and undeniable confidence that go beyond looks and age. Please support us by liking, subscribing, and leaving a review. Your story could help someone else going through the same thing. Allow us to begin. Knowledge and experience come in first. As guys get older, they gain not only years, but also knowledge and experience that can help them understand and trust their gut in a wider range of social situations. Stoicism teaches the worth of insight and the importance of listening over speaking. This wisdom is a key part of Stoicism. Older men often use their experience in interesting ways that can be very attractive, especially to women. For example, they might change the way they talk to people by talking less and listening more. Not only should they be quiet, they should also actively listen and respond to what the other person says, showing that they really care and respect them. Alternatively, they could let their date make the decisions, which can make their partner feel appreciated and respected, which is very attractive. This strategy is very different from a common mistake made by many younger people. They try to take over conversations to show off. But here's a serious twist. Being wise means being able to control your emotions and listen carefully. By giving others a chance to talk, older men show that they are confident and at ease, letting others shine. For example, an older man on a date at a quiet restaurant might encourage his partner to pick the meal or start a conversation about a subject she's really interested in. Every time he listens carefully, nods, and responds thoughtfully, he's not just taking part in the conversation, he's showing that he values her thoughts and enjoys her intelligence. This can be a breath of fresh air for many women who are used to more self-centered conversationalists. Stoicism teaches us how important it is to stay in charge and how strong silence can be. If older men follow these rules, they can handle social situations with a cool and appealing ease that makes people want to be around them. Number 2. Having a growth attitude. This means being present, thoughtful, and wise in your interactions. The growth mindset isn't just about always looking ahead. It comes from a Stoic philosophy that encourages people to focus on improving themselves and being strong instead of dwelling on mistakes they've made or the setbacks they can't avoid. Older men who have adopted this way of thinking are usually calm and collected. They don't waste time dwelling on regrets from the past. Instead, they look ahead, set goals, dream big, and consistently work towards becoming a better person. This isn't just about professional growth, it's also about personal evolution, becoming more empathetic, understanding, and in tune with their partner's needs and dreams. Now, why does this appeal to women? Well, it shows stability. People who are ambitious and have the wisdom to deal with life's challenges with grace and strength every day. You might notice this when an older man talks about learning a new language, picking up a new hobby like painting or volunteering, or just making plans to travel and see the world. These aren't just idle dreams. They're signs of a lively, active way of life that is very appealing. This way of thinking does more than just improve the life of an IND person. It also improves and builds relationships. It sets the stage for a relationship where both people want to thrive, whether they're talking about their goals over coffee or making plans for future adventures. These conversations ignite a spark. They show a readiness to invest in the future, a future that women want to be part of. Number 3, ending on a positive note. Many men, especially when younger or less experienced, might react impulsively if a date isn't going exactly as planned. This could be showing frustration, overly criticizing something, or even making negative comments about past relationships. Such behaviors can inadvertently jeopardize their chances with someone they are genuinely interested in. However, older men often bring a different, more seasoned approach to the table, drawing on the Stoic virtues of patience and understanding that good things often take time to develop. They play the long game. This isn't about being slow for the sake of it. It's about recognizing that meaningful connections aren't usually built in a single evening. Let's imagine an older gentleman on a first date. Instead of pushing for a conclusion like a decisive good-night kiss or making plans for the very next day, he might choose to keep things light, yet engaging. Perhaps he shares a thoughtful compliment, expresses genuine enthusiasm for a hobby she mentioned, or simply warmly smiles and says he had a good time and looks forward to talking again. Instead of putting pressure on her or expecting something sexual, he flirts with her in a way that is polite and leaves her wanting to know more about him. This plan to leave a good impression, Stoic ideas say that you should keep your grace and dignity no matter what happens outside of you. By letting the relationship develop naturally instead of pushing it along, these men show that they respect their date's comfort and have faith in the way things will go. So remember, whether you're on a date or in any other social setting, try to end on a positive note. Maintain a light, fun, and interesting tone in your exchanges. This can make a huge difference in how you're seen and help you build a future that you both want to explore together. Moderation and humility are number 4. A common misunderstanding is that only young people can make a big deal out of their accomplishments. However, as we see over and over, success and wealth tend to build up and become more obvious with age because of years of work experience. This wealth and knowledge can be very helpful when planning dates. There are ways for older men to make dates not only fun, but also memorable. This is where the Stoic philosophy comes in handy. It shows us how important it is to be moderate and humble. It's not just about how much money you have, it's also about how well you use what you have. Instead of going to bars or relaxed restaurants, try going somewhere more unique. You might want to take your date to a fancier restaurant. Many people, especially women who like a more mature approach to life and relationships, find this choice very appealing. For example, picking a restaurant known for its unique food or a quiet, elegant setting says a lot about your taste and respect for the event. But there's something important to keep in mind. Don't give too many expensive gifts at first. Stoicism tells us that simplicity and sincerity are more important than trying to impress others with expensive gifts. Spend your money on good events that fit both of your interests. If you both like music, you could spend the night at a jazz club or go to an art show that fits your tastes. This shows that you're not just trying to impress her with your money, but also want to share a part of your life and enjoy experiences together. This change from flashy to thoughtful planning shows a maturity that can be very attractive. It shows that you're not just looking for excitement or approval, but are sharing a real part of your life. It's about making a connection based on mutual appreciation and enjoyment. Remember that experiences aren't about how much they cost, but how thoughtfully you choose to have them. Let your choices show who you are and how much you respect the event and your partner. 5. Realistic confidence. As men get older, they often become calmer and more mature in how they deal with problems, not just because of getting older, but also because of the things we've done and learned along the way. In social situations, especially when dating, it's common to hear complaints and rumors. It can be tempting to join in, especially if it seems like a good way to connect or get to know someone better. But Stoicism teaches us a different way. Being silent isn't just about keeping to yourself. It's also about knowing what's worth your time and energy. Older men can show a lot of growth by staying away from small fights and rumors, which is usually a sign of lack of experience or being immature. This shows that they're above the fray, sure of who they are, and don't feel the need to prove themselves all the time. This level of confidence is not only beautiful, but it also sets them apart from younger people who are still trying to find their way. Women may be interested in this kind of security. A stoic, calm, and slightly mysterious attitude can make you more appealing. You might even seem like a puzzle that she wants to solve. The allure of the unknown can be captivating, and a man who seems to have his life and feelings under control can be captivating. Let's say you're on a date and a touchy subject comes up. Instead of getting into your personal problems, as a stoic response, you might briefly acknowledge the problem and then change the subject to something more positive or insightful. This not only keeps the mood light, but it also shows that you have control over your emotions and reactions. However, it's important to stay real. Most people, especially women, have a strong intuition and can tell when someone is lying instead of putting on a stoic front. Having a stern attitude doesn't mean hiding your feelings or pretending to be someone you're not. Shows that you've hit a point in your life where small setbacks or other people's opinions don't affect your sense of self-worth. This real confidence and mysterious aura are what can really make you beautiful. Number 6. Exercise. Whether you're a young man of 20 or an old man of 40, looking your best is about more than just how you look. It shows how disciplined and self-cared you are, which are two important parts of the Stoic philosophy. Stoicism isn't just about having strong emotions and minds. It also stresses the value of self-mastery and physical discipline. It shows that you value yourself and how you present yourself to the world when you take the time to groom and keep up a nice look. This isn't about ego, it's about self-respect. Like wearing well and staying fit are simple things that anyone can do. Sticking to a workout routine or picking out clothes that fit well and look good on you are examples of consistent discipline that goes into these efforts. When you care about your appearance, you're not just looking good for the sake of it, you're embodying the Stoic ideals of control and respect for oneself. And the payoff is more than just looking good. When she notices and compliments you, calling you handsome or well-dressed, it's not just a boost to your E. These moments are about respect and attraction, not a shallow search for approval. Self-care and discipline can greatly improve your dating prospects at any age. A man who takes care of himself is often seen as a man who can take care of the things and people that are important to him. It shows that you value health and vitality, which are attractive at any age. So whether you're going to the gym or choosing a don't forget this, taking care of your physical look is just as important for a strong Stoic practice as taking care of your mental and emotional health. 7th, be kind to the vessel that takes you through life. Stable and reliable insecurity is a big turnoff in today's dating world. It's not just about feeling unsure of yourself. It's how these feelings show up in your interactions with others. Women who value independence and freedom can often tell when their partner isn't sure about them. It could show up in subtle ways, like when they keep asking about past relationships or when they worry about other men being a threat. These actions show a lack of confidence, which can be off-putting. Let's look at this from a Stoic point of view. Stoicism tells us to focus on what we can control and keep our internal balance no matter what happens outside. This way of thinking is especially important if you're an adult. It's important to use the knowledge you've learned from your experiences instead of giving up because you're afraid. Putting on a strong face isn't enough. You need to really get to a place where you're not bothered by the surface-level parts of dating. For example, if you're on a date and the subject of past relationships comes up, you should acknowledge the conversation but not dwell on it. Instead of digging into her past or worrying about other men she might be seeing, you should focus on the present moment and show interest in her thoughts and dreams. What motivates her? This shows that you are mature and sure of your own character strength and your ability to connect with her more deeply. Being self-assured doesn't mean you have to be cold or distant. On the contrary, it means being happy in your own skin and showing that you are stable and reliable, which are qualities that are highly desirable, especially for someone looking for a long-term partner. A true Stoic finds his security within himself, not through approval from others. This level of confidence tells a potential partner that you are not only a good choice now, but also a reliable partner for the future. Number 8. Being decisive. When it comes to dating, being able to make clear, confident decisions without second thoughts is a clear sign of maturity and leadership for many women. As social roles change and men's indecision can be a source of frustration, this decisiveness is especially appealing. This isn't just about being bossy, it's also about showing that you have the confidence and skills to make decisions that are in line with both your wants and the needs of the situation. Let's look at a real-life case. Instead of going back and forth or giving in too much to her wishes when planning a date, a mature, determined man might suggest a certain restaurant or activity. He does this not to ignore her choices, but to show that he is taking the initiative, he might say. There is a great Italian restaurant I know that has great reviews and a friendly feel. How about dinner there on Friday night? This way of talking doesn't just say plans, it also sends a subtle message of authority and care. This kind of determination comes from the Stoic philosophy, which values confidence in oneself and useful knowledge. Stoicism teaches that this means getting to know yourself and your surroundings well enough to make quick, well-informed choices with trust. Clarity and decisiveness clear up misunderstanding and make actions more effective by aligning them with purpose. However, it's important to balance this decisiveness with respect for her wants and needs. You are not trying to force your will on others. You are trying to show that you can lead and make smart decisions. For all the mature men out there, remember that your decisiveness is a sign that you know what you want and aren't afraid to go after it while still caring about others. This can make you very attractive to women who want a partner who is both assertive and caring, so embrace your ability. 9. Body language. Body language is a strong communicator for a lot of older men. They have a calm, sure demeanor that you don't often see in younger people because they've gained confidence through life events. When you know you're not a social novice, you can go into conversations with a calm sense of confidence, knowing you have little to lose. Stoic theory, which says to control what you can and let go of the rest, is at the heart of this way of thinking. For example, think about the simple act of letting go of a burden. Making steady eye contact instead of nervously looking away shows that you are interested and confident. Also, take a moment to think about your stance. Sitting and standing straight with an open, relaxed body language shows that you are at ease and present in the present. These are small signs that say a lot about your growth and self-confidence. Mastering your body language can make dating a lot more fun. It sends a clear message that you are comfortable in your own skin and sure of your worth, which can be very attractive. It also makes it more likely that even if a date doesn't turn into romance right away, the impression you leave might make someone want to go on another one because just being there can create an addictive feeling. Accepting your age and the knowledge that comes with it isn't the only way to embrace your age. You can also use your maturity to improve how you connect with others. Your body language can captivate and give off an air of a man who knows himself and his worth, which is very attractive. Thank you for joining us today as we talked about the interesting ways that the timeless principles of Stoicism can make older men more attractive. We've talked about how these philosophical rules not only help you develop a greater sense of who you are, but also make you more attractive to others. This isn't just about getting older in a graceful way. It's also about turning old age into a sign of lasting charm and knowledge. It's never too late to stop being average. Every interaction is a chance to get someone's attention, not by being loud or brazen, but by the subtle power of your presence. Take a moment to think about how you carry yourself, because how you present yourself can make all the difference in dating and beyond. We hope this discussion has sparked your interest and made you think about how these principles apply to your life. Your participation helps us grow and keep having useful conversations. We also want you to share your thoughts and experiences in the area below the comments. Your input is not only valued, but it could also help someone else on their journey. Stay tuned for more content that aims to educate and inspire. As we say goodbye for today, think about how the core of your character can affect and captivate those around you. Until next time, embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and let it make you more powerful in every place you enter.